1. Go.
It's happened. It's only fucking happened.
No swearing, no swearing.
It's finally happened. It's finally happened.
What's happened, Luke? Tell us.
Pellegrini, the man running the 11-a-side, over there, over fucking there.
No swearing.
Gone. No.
Yeah! Come on, lads. Seriously, seriously. Right. So the theme is Pellegrini. Pellegrini's gone.
Crazy old has gone.
Right. So tell us, Luke. You start this off, mate.
Right. The man who has basically had a 8-game. You're on your last fucking chalkball, son. Sorry for swearing again. I'm sorry, but it's taken too long for it to happen. I backed you up for a long fucking time. It's happened. He's gone. The old AP, the Chilean Blanche from Coronation Street, he's gone. He's done. The Chilean Scarecrow, whichever fans want to call him, he's gone. We played Leicester reserves tonight, and we were made to look like a pub team. Bad it was. We lost 2-1. We proved where we were in the league, 17th place, just above the relegation zone. He's had 8 games more than he probably should have done. Southampton, a few other games, Chelsea, bought some time. Unfortunately, his time's come to the end. And I'll stop talking now because there's a few lads next to me who have been on the hate train for quite a lot longer than I have.
Go on, I know who you mean. So we'll move over to Dan. Tell us, Dan, without swearing, mate.
I'm going to read what Mr. Sullivan said.
Go on.
So it's with great disappointment we've had to make the decision. Manuel Pellegrini is a gentleman. We've had a real pleasure working with some of his calibre. However, it's become clear that a change is required to get the club back on track in line with the ambitions set this season. Now, that in itself is ridiculous sentiment from our board, who have zero ambition. We felt it necessary to act now in order to give the new manager as much time as possible to try and achieve that goal. What was the goal then? At the beginning of the season, for us fans, obviously we're all dreaming of, a top 6 finish. That's well out of our reach now. So it's like that. Been needing to happen for a while. But who comes in now? Who's the guy that's going to steady the ship and take the club forward? Who's going to want to work with that ball?
Let's talk about David Moyes being the favourite, but David Moyes only wants to come.
He's David Gold's.
He only wants to come back if he gets a permanent role. But there's also talk about Kovac. He's a free agent, or there's Pochettino. Out of those three, well, he won't because he's a free agent.
No, but apparently in the first year of him being sacked from Spurs, it would cost 12 million for another Premier League club to take him.
Okay.
So he's going to cost money. Kovac is the one I would take. He's worked with Haller before. He took over a Frankfurt team that was struggling in the Bundesliga from relegation, back-to-back cup finals. He's the one I'd have. But they won't take him because they don't watch managers outside the Premier League.
Luke, who would you have?
Personally, I would have Moyes. Down to the fact that he's back to basics manager. See, many fans are saying, I'd have Allardyce back because he's back to basics, but he disrespected the club to the core when he turned up. It was so many years of having to endure his reign. When Moyes was in, I ask any fan while Moyes was in if they thought that they went, we are fucking dog shit under Moyes. We are terrible under Moyes. We weren't. We were boring to watch. We didn't do anything amazing.
But we were solid.
We stayed up. What we need to do now, unfortunately for me personally, go back to basics. Go a bit more defensive. Play on the counter attack, whatever you like. We're going to suffer for a few seasons maybe, not even fancy, no cup runs maybe, but for me personally, the longevity of this football club, while we're in this club, apologies for my false language there, while we're in this stadium and we haven't got owners that are willing to apply the funds into the first 11 and apply more and more money into the first team, you have to do kind of like what Sean Dyche has done at Burnley. You go back to basics, you work with what you got. You've got a good first 11 on paper, but we need a manager to do the basics out of that team. So for me, it's Moyes again. He'd done well with his first time round, and lucky not to get it on a permanent basis. So for me, it's Moyes again.
Get out to promote it. All right, Dan, who would you have as a manager?
Anyone.
No, seriously though, I can't just be anyone. But
I'd take anyone. It's like Sam, to be honest. I'm absolutely delighted. It's been a long time coming. Not won at home since September. 2 wins in 13 games. Anyone. the guy had lost the plot a long time ago. It's as if he wasn't choosing a team because he couldn't wait to make shit subs and get his own team out there. We're winning 1-0, he takes a striker off another striker. Who does that?
Yeah.
It's just mental. It just showed today that, well, nothing really. Today didn't show anything. It just
Right.
underlined what he carried on doing.
Come closer, Luke.
Just carries on.
Dan,
He's just
tell us
done
about today. Let's do a brief review of today's game. When you saw the team sheet.
How brief do you want it? Because basically we were beaten by Leicester's reserves.
nothing. Yeah.
No, let's start from the clean. Let's start from the team sheet. We saw Fabianski
They made
back.
8 changes.
That gave us some hope.
Yeah, they made 8 changes. We had Fab back, we had Allaire in the team. We went to one up top again, which was a slight negative. But
4-2-3-1 again, which has not worked.
But if you looked at their 11, you looked at our 11, you would have thought we had the stronger team. They controlled.
Masuaku at fault, wasn't having a good
Yeah,
game.
especially for the first game.
Made 3 subs, but he's still there. Take a striker off, put a striker on when we're winning. Like,
Well, the thing is, mate, Antonio's not a striker. You know, so he took our only striker off and put a midfielder on.
Yeah, and he naturally pulled out wide as
Yeah,
well.
like,
And left
yeah.
us with no one in the middle.
putting Andretti on, although he did really try when he came on, but just a crazy.
All right.
But what happened to Noble and O'Connor? Have they been sent on a team building exercise?
Well,
Doing pottery and
I think it was evident that Noble wasn't going to be able to play 2 matches in 2 days. But what would you do now with the team? I mean, who would you like to see start playing? Would you like to see some youngsters coming in? Would you like to
I
see?
wouldn't play anyone if it meant playing a 4-4-2 or an attacking formation. Fuck me, I'd go wing backs. Yeah, just the players.
Some organisation. would be nice.
Just
I will say one
whatever we do, let the players know what their role is. Let the players know what we expect from them and what they should do, because they're all running around clueless like headless chickens out there. A sub comes on and everybody doesn't know what formation they're doing. They're running all over the shop.
The big thing for me is that we can't have a part-time manager. We can't have someone coming to the summer. I think we need to avoid proper manager. January is here. He's going to need some funds. He's going to need to strengthen the squad. It's weak, you know. If 13, 14 players go out and only 7 come in, you know, that's the beginning of the end for me. There's no strength. There's no strength in depth with the squad.
Sorry about that. A little bit of a technical blip. So there you have it. Moyes has been Moyes. Pellegrini's gone. Apparently,
He's been sacked before he's even come back.
Pellegrini's gone. Apparently, he walked, but obviously he was sacked. The lads here been saying what they think. They want Moyes back, or they want someone back. Anyone bar Pellegrini.
I'll have Doris the tea lady back. To be fair, got to be better than Pellegrini.
You know what? You know, I've got to admit, I've always advocated to back more Pellegrini, but after today's show, well, after several shows, it clearly was a bit beyond him to take West Ham to the level that we wanted.
This club ain't run by like a circus no more.
Oi, do you want to? And it's not before time, I guess. It's a shame. We were really looking forward to this season because we thought that we would really move on after, you know, a fairly all right season last season. But there you have it. Right, so let's talk about the game briefly. Dan, what did you think about the Allaire substitution?
Bullshit. Stupid. Why? We're 1-0 up. Why take off the only striker replacing with Antonio? What was the point of that? Why even, if you're going to do it, why wait 10 minutes in the second half and do it? Like, it just did not make sense at
Do
all.
you know what the worst bit about it was as well? Is that when we went 2-1 down, then he brought a striker on.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
ridiculous.
which is
It's
what he's
ridiculous.
done almost every game that we've played, where we've gone, you know, we're losing. There's like
then he
2
brings it
minutes
in,
to go,
it's too late.
and then he decides to bring on a striker when he's already taken a striker
It's
off.
not as if, like, to take Haller off and put Antonio on means he wasn't like, oh, we're 1 up, let's park the bus or anything like that for 40 minutes. He brought Antonio on, like, so the defensively we were still all over the shop. Like Masuaku, how many mistakes did he make? He didn't get subbed. Like, Zabaleta was warming up. He went down. Zabaleta was warming up. Didn't come on. And then we had like Andretti come on, and do you know what I mean? Weird.
For those of you who have only just sort of tuned in, the news is that Pellegrini has gone. It's not before time. You know, even as me, you know, who advocated to keep him around, had to admit in the end that he was just not up for it. Luke, any more to say, mate?
Some of my stuff with the technical difficulties we had, so I've run out of opinions to have. All I'm going to say is 8 games overdue. It's a long time coming, and to be fair to him, I bring Moyes back. Personally, I bring Moyes back. He says Kovac. Danny Boy, Fandango says Kovac.
I got to admit, I'm with Dan. I'd
Fair
like
enough.
to see Kovac coming in because you'll see a completely different Allaire. Because as we know, Kovac managed Allaire at Eintracht Frankfurt, and he could attract.
You're going to finish my
Jovic.
sentence. Yeah, I actually think
He could get Jovic on loan from Real Madrid. Can you imagine that? I mean, it ain't going to happen, but there you go. We all know.
Probably be another Zaza, to be fair.
We all know. No, he certainly ain't another Zaza, mate. We all know that. What do we know? We all know that
Still, it's terrible with YouTube
We all know
live
that
videos.
we all know that we're
That
at
is true.
it.
That is
We
true.
all know the right decision has finally been
Pellegrini,
made.
every fan that has gone back on that occasion, that tube tonight and gone, he's got to go. He's got to go now. He's got to go. That's it. I've had nothing. Your wish has come fucking true. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Have a few beers on me. And I tell you now, when we hire Kovac or Moyes, if he's got the pride to come back to the game, right, West Ham, they're going to shoot up at the league.
Well, let's put it this way.
Hold on, 17th is going to be 7th. FA Cup final.
Yeah.
It's all going to have good. Haaland's going to be top scorer. Antonio's going
We've got to
to
beat Gillingham first.
Fabianski, top clean sheets. It's all going to be fucking very Dory.
Well-
Fucking Dory sunshine. On your hands.
I think Ant's doing the chat box, so get your comments. We all know what Ant's like, Scottish, this, that, and the other. But
Can't
there you go.
understand a word, not a word.
Yeah,
Racist.
but not
Racist.
Lee Boyer. Can't, no, whoever said Lee Boyer as manager, you've got a screw loose.
He will not
you
leave
must
Charlton.
think. You must think
He will
Masuaku's
not
a
leave
decent left
Up
back.
the addicts.
I reckon it will be Moyes. It would be lovely to have Kovac, but that ain't going to happen. Rio Ferdinand, good shout, but he's not a manager, is he? But certainly coming in as some sort of technical advice, maybe, why not? The game today, well, we all saw it. We lost against Leicester's second string, didn't we? You know, they were in control of the game throughout the whole game. They weren't in trouble at all. They beat us with a canter. You know, if they
Everybody knows we go one up, it don't mean nothing.
yeah, and if Jamie Vardy had played, I think we were lost by about 3 or 4 goals, and that's how bad we
3
were
or 4
today.
more goals.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So the news is that Pellegrini's gone. There are several managers who are being touted as the new manager. Apparently Moyes is the favourite. You know what? Anyone's better than what we've seen in the last sort of 13, 14 games. Personally, I'm with Dan Fandango's. I'll go with Kovac if he was available. Claudio Ranieri, no, not for me. Wenger, well, bit past it, I'd
What
say.
about Redknapp? His name's been touted.
Harry, absolutely not.
What about Harry's dog?
Yeah, but can he do
They're
the
good
tax?
in the transfer window.
Can he
aren't
do the tax returns?
He can do that on one paw.
Mark Hughes, absolutely not. Pochettino, I'd definitely take. I think Pochettino would be fantastic for us, but apparently he wouldn't come in until the new season because otherwise he'd have to forfeit something like £12 million or something like that. And the board are already going to pay off Pellegrini, so I doubt very much they're going to pay any more money.
Unless he walked, which is a rumour.
But you know what? The problem with this is we all know what's going to happen. The board, no. Di Canio, no, absolutely not. We all know that what will happen is
I'd take him.
the board
Crazy
will say
bastard manager,
we've had to
yeah,
pay
I'll
off
take him.
Pellegrini, so we've got no money for any transfers. That's going to be the big problem. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. Fat Sam, definitely not. Who's Marco Silva? No, I wouldn't take him. Redknapp, Ferdinand, Di Canio. I wouldn't have Di Canio anywhere near our managerial team.
Crazy mad bastard running up and down the touchline. Yeah, I'd take him just for entertainment.
For entertainment, but he
Yeah.
wouldn't manage the team properly.
Yeah.
Steve Potts and Kevin
to see him
Keane, I
stick
reckon
with
that'll
a
be
ref.
the immediate thing. Bielsa, yeah, I'd have Bielsa. Chris Hughton, definitely not. I don't think Chris Hughton will do anything. I think he'll probably take us down.
How you got home and started smoking crack already? Game only
Neil
finished a couple
Warnock,
hours ago.
please, good God. Kevin Nolan, can you just stop it, lads?
Nolan.
Glenn Road.
This club ain't run like a circus no more.
Right, lads, we're obviously on our way home.
Yeah.
Um,
We've had
the
enough of
news,
you. I mean, we're drunk, but you guys are on another level.
the breaking news is Pellegrini has gone. West Ham are going to look for a new manager. No doubt we'll have an interim manager in for the New Year's Day game against Bournemouth.
Go on, Dixie.
And we'll see what happens from there. So thanks for watching.
What about Dix? Give Dix. Give it to Dix till May.
Someone said Alex Ferguson. Wouldn't you have him? I would. He's probably half with it. Bilic, Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe's not good enough. Scott Parker's not good enough. Di Canio's not good enough. Glenn Roeder's not good enough. But there you go. Thanks for watching. We'll do a proper review later. And come on, you irons.